Sports consultant and mentor. Today's conversation is a concept that I've had to express to a lot of athletes, and it's about hard work equals failure, right? And what I mean by this is hard work. We're taught or we think means if you work hard, you'll be successful. That isn't always the case. And so, what I've come to believe is that if something is done, then this is a result. And if that's true through science, right? They say if A equals B, then B equals A. Then there's this consistent back and forth, and it's always a thing. So if I think about, okay, if hard work equals success, then let me work hard at this job. I make $10 an hour and I want to make more money. Well, if I work hard with my job, I'm going to ideally put in extra work. I might do overtime. Just I want to do more with that job, right? And if I do more with my job, I'm going to get paid more, which makes sense. If I work more hours and I work harder, then I'm going to get more pay, which makes sense. But then I would ask myself, there are people that do the exact same job I have at another company, and they get paid $12 an hour for the same amount of work. So if they work harder, then they make more money. So the harder makes more money concept is still consistent. However, I'm working the exact amount of hours the other person is, but they're getting paid more. Why are they getting paid $12 and I'm getting paid 10 for my hard work? Then you can look at this concept of, well, there's other people in this world that don't work at all. They make a passive income and there's literally no work involved. And it's just like they make more than $10 per hour. They're working less and getting paid multiple times more than the person that does the $10 an hour. So then it's like, how does that make sense? This ties into the track and field world. We somehow think that if you work harder, you're going to get better results on the track. And that reality is not consistent. Is that if that's the case, then I, as a jumper, should jump every single day to receive a result of me jumping further or higher. That isn't the case, though. It's working to be more effective. So, hard work, if you believe in this concept of work harder, then you're going to notice failure happening. Now, I'm not saying like don't do the extra work or don't do what's needed. What I'm just thinking is this total concept of hard work equals success. And the reality is hard work equals failure. If your default is to, I'm going to go work hard. I missed my last basketball shot to win the game. So I'm going to throw up 1,000 shots. Like the very first process that my brain goes to is don't go shoot more. Evaluate what you did wrong in that situation and then train that is exact whatever it is. So if I'm going to take my shot, just don't take it personal. If I had the high school Lonzo Ball shooting form, right? And I missed the last shot of the game, I'm not going to go shoot 1,000 shots each day to shoot and make these shots. I would say to myself, let me evaluate what's going on. I noticed that I shoot like this, right? Let's remove this and see if I shoot this way, if that makes a change, right? So if I'm shooting like this and that shot might be what I want to keep, then I look at where was the defender in the proximity of me. If he's in this route of doing this, and if I were to shoot from here, would the shot have had a better chance to make it? If the answer is yes, then I'm going to go with how do I shoot consistently better that allows me to have a better opportunity to win. So when it comes to jumping, a lot of athletes are like, I'm going to go, I didn't make it to state. I'm frustrated. I'm going to go jump and work harder. What are you going to do? Jump more and jump with poor form? No, I'm going to sit there and say, what's wrong with my form? Is there anything wrong with my form? If everything with my form is perfect, okay, How about my attitude? Is my attitude where it should be? If it is, great. What else can I look at? What other areas or variables can I look into before I decide just to work hard, right? It doesn't make any sense. Back to this job concept. If I want to make money for a vacation for my family, I'm not going to say how many more kids. No, that's even more of an entrepreneur mindset. I'm not going to say how many more hours can I work to pay for this vacation. I'm going to say to myself, what could I offer that I have knowledge wise to clients that could need this or that would want this? So I'll be very transparent. I had a wedding and I was like, I got to figure this out. I got to pay for this wedding. And I was like, well, I have knowledge that no one else in my mind has. So what if I sell that piece of knowledge in an automated form? And I created the Jump one-on-one program. I've been trying to make the Jump one-on-one program for a while, but I wasn't really doing it. But the wedding made me get on it immediately. Then I put my information, my knowledge into this course. Then people purchased the course, and then that money I used to reinvest in the company, but I also used that money to pay for the wedding. Did I work harder? I mean, I did some work for a few weeks to organize this whole process, but the reality is that program still profits money and it still services many, many families and kids and coaches that I put together 2 years ago. And this year, more kids and more people purchased the program. So I'm still making money off of that program, still servicing athletes and coaches this year when I didn't even make the program this year. I didn't work any hours on this program. I did it 2 years ago. So I thought and I created a new way to be smarter than working harder. So putting this back into sports terms as an athlete, I don't want to focus on if I'm jumping poorly and my technique is poor or bad. I'm not going to focus on, okay, let me go jump more. I have shin splints, I have knee issues. I'm not going to go jump more. I'm going to say, why are my knees hurting? Why do my shins hurt? What can I do to improve my recovery? What can I do to bring down the pain that I'm feeling in my body? Well, I can get in better shape. Does that require me to work hard and get those things done? Yes. But am I working more? It depends. But am I working hard? A hard work concept? No. I'm doing more to be more effective in what I'm already doing, right? So our club team trains twice per week year round. So we have a certain type of program that we do each part of season. Each part of season looks physically different. Why? Because each athlete needs to work certain areas. They need to learn how to use their body. They need to be stronger so that now when I say I need you to do these specific movements, their body knows how to move that way and they're physically strong enough to do those things. Versus many programs, high school specifically, they don't start the training until track and field season starts. You have 1 or 2 weeks or 3 weeks maybe to develop. Then you have your first track meet. We're in training for 4 to 5 months before we have our first track meet. So you can get an understanding of like, we're doing so many more things effectively. So now we have our warm-ups that are designed specifically for the drills that we're going to be doing. So now I don't have to teach the drills because we did it every single day during the warm-ups. Our running mechanics are taught a certain way so that when we run on the runway, it's already set up, right? It just everything bleeds into the next part, next part, next part. That's being very effective. We're able to get great results. You see the results that I post? We're able to get great results because the athletes understand this process. They spend months training and they develop very fast because of the training part. When they get into the event specific stuff, they understand it and their body can do it already because we built the foundation. So hard work equals failure. Get away from just doing more of what you're already doing. Get into conceptualizing what are the areas that I can make better and then move forward from that. All right. Till next time.